Hey guys, this video is going to be a book review of The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch, the first book in the Gentleman Bastard sequence, and I've been hearing about this rave reviews for the last couple of years, so I finally got around to reading it. One of the guys working at Waterston's in Aberdeen actually started going on about how good it was while I was buying it from him. So that's saying something, I'd say. Locke Lamora is a thief and a conman. The ancient city of Camor is a thief's paradise, full of marks, gangs, and just riches. Everyone is keen to steal from everyone else. Or at least that's how it seems to Locke. He has been raised to be a thief for the longest time. First on the streets, just living rough, then by the thief maker, a man who takes orphans and turns them into his own little gang of thieves. And then by Father Chains, a secret double priest who takes thievery to a whole new level and a whole new generation. We begin with Locke starting a new con, partially using a mythical reputation that he is unwillingly accrued for himself as the Thorn of Camor, a figure who is amazing at sword fighting and just basically everything that Locke isn't, aside from being a thief. But when a new rival to the Kappa, or big boss, of the Camorri underworld starts taking out people that are actually close to Locke, as well as to the Kappa, he has to get involved. What will Locke do? Will the Camorri underworld ever be the same again? You'll have to read and find out. I was very interested to check out this book. A lot of people had said a lot of good things about it. It was just really hyped up for me. I had heard so much good about it. It was recommended by the Waterston's guy that I was saying about earlier, but also it was mentioned several times very positively by the writing podcast I listen to, Writing Excuses, and I take their recommendations pretty favourably because, well, one of them is currently my favourite author, Brandon Sanderson, so... But I think that all of that positive recommendation was a little bit too much, because when I did start reading this book, it felt rather overhyped to me. It wasn't as good as everyone was saying it was. It was good, but it wasn't as good as that. And it did take me a bit to get into it, and once I did, it was really good. I wouldn't say it was fantastic or as amazing as people were saying, but it was good, and it did grow on me throughout the course of reading it, but not as good as all that. The mix of world building and character development really did grow on me. It's just not as good as everyone was saying. But it was probably just a case of being overhyped, and if I had read it without that, I would have still gotten drawn in, I would say. Still good. In particular, I want to draw attention to the characterization of both Locke and Jean. They're really strongly defined characters who are very different from each other and have a lot of contrasts between each other as well. And they're best friends. They know exactly what the other is capable of and what they are themselves capable of, and they use that to their advantage, and they know exactly how to leverage each other. But they're also still learning about each other, because they are quite young. Maybe not by the standards of the Camorri underworld, but they are quite young people still. They're about a little bit older than me. That's still quite young. I did just really enjoy their friendship and the development of their characters. One thing that I found really interesting throughout the story was the hints of a precursor civilization called the Eldrin that were in Camor before the humans. I fully expect that as the series goes on, that this will be explored more and more fully, and it might end up being some sort of overarching plot. But as it is now, it wasn't terribly well defined, but it did give a whole lot of atmospheric things, and it just really made the setting come alive a lot more. The imagery in particular of Elder Glass just blew me away. It was really good. I wholeheartedly expect that there will be some sort of overarching plot involving the Eldrin coming back at some point, but we shall have to wait and see as the books go on. Another thing that I do feel was a weakness of this book, however, was that the villains, the Grey King and the Falconer, they felt kind of weak to me. Like, their plots and everything were really good, but their characterization just felt a bit... I wasn't as fussed about them, but they just served to contrast with Locke and Jean, and I completely understand that that is the way it has to be, especially for the first book in a series, because, well, come on, Locke's name is on the book cover. Look, there, look. The Lies of Locke Lamora, come on. The book is about Locke, it's not about these other people as much, but we shall have to wait and see if the villains improve as they go on. There was some really clever stuff from them, but as it was, the actual the villains themselves weren't particularly strong, and hopefully that will improve. Overall, I did really enjoy this book, though it did take me a while to come to that state of enjoyment because it was just so ridiculously overhyped to me. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this book. Did you like it? Did you have the same experience as me in that it was really quite overhyped? I would love to know, so let me know down below. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you remember to like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails down below to see other videos by me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.